poppin'? It's HeyAngee, not Angie, and I am back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be getting into lock crystals, which are the little beads that you guys be seeing me have sewn onto my locks. I get a lot of questions and compliments on them, so here I am with the video / tutorial. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it. Okay, so first let's talk about what you're gonna need in order to anyways, so like I was saying, first let's get into what you're gonna need to even do lock crystals like in the first place. So you want to need a needle and thread. I got this weaving set from the Dollar Tree. It just have black thread and a couple needles. You need to get thread that is the color of your hair. So if you have blonde hair, you want to get something light along these lines. If your hair is red, get a red thread. If your hair is green, get a green thread. Whatever, get thread that is very close to the color of your natural hair. Outside of the thread, we're going to talk about these needles. So any kind of needle is fine as long as you can sew with it, but this is the kicker. Your needle has to go through your beads or your crystals or whatever it is that you're sewing onto your hair. So if you get beads that are really, really small, like mine, I have a whole case here, but my beads are tiny, okay? So these needles that came with this weaving set literally won't do me anything because they cannot go through these beads. So what I had to do is get a separate pack of just needles and find the smallest one so that it can go through these beads. And I still have trouble because all of these beads vary in sizing, so sometimes some beads will go through this needle and then other beads won't. So I kind of had that dilemma, but that's pretty much it. You just need to have needle and thread and then the actual beads that you want to use. You can get beads or like crystals from anywhere in any size. It's up to you, whatever you prefer. I see some people do like one bead at the end of every one of their locks, which is super cute, but that's not my style. I like to do like random locks and just have the beading at the end of it. Yeah, it's up to you. It's your personal preference on what kind of locks crystal look you're going for, or what you prefer when it comes to your hair, how much or how little accessories you want to go with. It's up to you. Now for the needle and the threading, we can just jump right into that. First thing you want to do is thread your needle. Being that I just recently dyed my hair black, I'm going to use this black thread. You just want to thread your needle real simple, the same way you would thread your needle if you were sewing anything else. Like, I forgot to mention, you are going to need some scissors. Scissors is going to help you with this, so make sure you got some scissors on standby. So you just want to thread your needle however you want. Just make sure that you're making it long enough to complete one lock. Make sure you put a knot at the end. Being though my beads are very, very small, my knot doesn't have to be that big. But if you do have larger beads, you just want to make sure that this knot at the bottom is secure enough so that your bead is not just slipping off. I feel like these kind of rules apply when you are beading or sewing anything in general. Just making sure that whatever you sewn on is secured. Now that you have your needle threaded, you want to pick which lock you want to start with. I'm going to start with this one because it's right in the front and it's short. It's probably going to get a lot of attention anyways because it's kind of like always sticking out because it's short. So why not give it some glam? So I'm going to first just stick my needle right through my lock. It should be fairly easy. A lock is just hair, so you shouldn't have too many problems with this part. But just stick your needle through. I'm not going to do the very, very end. I'm leaving like a little space there. Like I said, it's up to you. And right now I'm just going to pull it and make sure that it's secure. And I'm going to go back through in the opposite direction just to create a solid foundation for my beads, because these things will last as long as you leave them in. Like I did mine, the ones that I had previously, I had them for maybe about 4 or 5 months, so they definitely will last. But once you have the thread secure into your lock, like that, like so, you're just going to go ahead and take a bead and pull it through, and then loop it around and go back through the opposite side. And when you pull the thread through, make sure you don't get it tangled. But when you pull the thread through, you'll see that the bead is now attached to your lock and in this spot. You see it? At the end, we are going to snip this extra little piece off, but in the meantime, it's cool. I'm going to go back and forth with different sizes and different kinds of beads, so you'll see me switching them out. Like I said, you can kind of get creative and do whatever you want when it comes to the color of your beads, the sizing of your beads, even the positioning of your beads. Once you kind of do this for a while, you can kind of realize like, okay, when I do this, this happens. When I do that, this happens, and kind of play around with it and get creative. This is not my first time doing this, so I pretty much know what the outcome is going to be. So, and I also am not a very particular person. I do not care if they are not even, if one is, you know, one way and one is the other way. It doesn't matter to me. But what you're going to do is keep on sewing back and forth through your lock and securing the beads. It's really, really simple. It doesn't require much. You just need patience to sit there and sew it back and forth. But right now I have a couple on here. It's starting to look really cute. I'm doing silver and clear because my job is super professional and I want to have a little pizzazz, but I'm not trying to have nothing that's drawing too much attention. Okay, some girls, and they have lots of different colors and they are really, really cute. So I think you should be as creative as you want, because why not? I mean, why not? You can also do as much or as little as you like. So like this could be enough for you. If you want to stop here, you very much so could. It might seem like, oh, it's so little, but compared to all of the rest of your locks, this one will definitely stand out. People will definitely notice this. Especially if you have like a ponytail or your hair in a style. People like, OMG, what's that? It's so cute. Trust me, people ask me all the time. And if people can notice it in my videos and not even in person, even though it's this small, you'll definitely get noticed in person. Like, okay, so now I have like as many as I want. So I'm going to just add this last bead. And on the last bead, when I put it back through my lock, I'm trying to show y'all, when I put it back through my lock, I'm going to just wrap the thread around the needle. Let me see if I can show you guys. So now that I have the needle back through my lock. I'm going to hold it in place, and I'm going to take the thread and simply wrap it around the needle so that when I pull the thread through, it creates a knot. Like that, like so. That's the same way you create a knot when you're doing a sew-in, making a wig, or anything else. So that's the same process. Then I'm going to cut it. I'm not going to cut it too short. I'm going to cut the thread about here so that I can go follow up with another knot, a simple knot, the one that you use when you tying anything else. After you have tied it in a knot a couple times and you feel like it's secure, you can go ahead and cut it. I don't like to cut mine super close. I like mine to stick out a little bit like that, because over time it'll kind of weigh down, and when it's time to take them out, you want to be able to see where to cut. So yeah, I'm also going to go back and cut this one, this last bottom thread that we had. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Again, not super close, just enough so that it's kind of seamless. And boom, there you have it. Mines are pretty freeform. I just put them wherever I want to, wherever the Lord allows. I don't think it is that serious, but it definitely makes a difference, and it's a cute accessory. Hope I helped you guys out. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I do comment back, okay? And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!